Okay guys, so this is the final exam review video that I have been trying to get together for you guys. Let me try to zoom in, get set up here. I feel like it's so blurry. Alright, here we go. So again, there is the answer key, but I'm going to try to just jump around and do majority of the questions as I can. And then don't forget we have class today to sit back and I'll take a couple of questions. So number one starts off with the roster method. So this is the one where you basically want to list everything out. So we'll have our curly bracket. And it says the set of whole numbers 2 through 5. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's pretty straightforward for number one. Okay, for number two, it says find the intersection. So remember, when there's an upside down U symbol like that between two sets of data, then this is the intersection. So when we say intersection, we mean the overlap, okay, or what they have in common. So if I look at the first set, which is the letters B, C, D, E, F, and then we want to intersect with G, H, I, J, and K. Well, what you notice, of course, is there are no common letters between the two of them. So it's basically the null set. Okay, so remember the symbol for null set is like this. And so again, that means they have no intersection or nothing in common. What is in here? There's no term in this particular set. So we use the null set, which is the empty set. Let me write that word, empty. Okay, all right, so now let's look at number three. For number three is the opposite of an intersection. It's the union symbol, so it's a right side up U. And so union means all together. So no overlap or what they have in common, but everything included. So when I look at the set 3, 5, 7, and 13, and I am union with the set 0, 3, 8, 13, the answer to this will be just list everything. Start from least to greatest. So 0, 3, 5, 7, 8, and then 13. That would be the union. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. All right, now let's talk about these gave some people problems. Number 4. So this particular problem is where we put our conjugate. Oh, no, it wasn't called conjugate. It was called complement, I'm sorry. So with C apostrophe, and we want to union it with A apostrophe, the complement. And so as you can see, I forgot how these go, but for the A complement, what you want to do is you want to look at the universe, and I'm going to just show the paper for a second. So we look at the universe, and the universe has all of the following letters, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z in the universe here. And if we're trying to find the complement of A, we're trying to figure out what is in the universe that is not in me. Okay, so let me see if I get this one right. So when I'm comparing on top of each other, Q is the same, S is the same, U is the same, W and Y is the same. So again, A complement is what is not in me, but it's in the universe. So I guess I would put here R, comma, and then I also would put T is in the universe but not in me. U is there, W is there, V, X, and Z. Okay, that's A complement. Now I do the same thing with C compared to the universe. So C complement, let me look at that carefully. So Q, R, S, T, and U. Okay, and again, all these are the same. So it stops at U. Okay, now if I want to union those two together, then I'm just going to sit back and put it all together. So what's here is R, S, T, U, V, X, and Z. Hopefully I got that one right. Okay, so remember you have the answer key. So we got Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, and Z. We got it correct on number 4. So remember, again, one more time, the complement of a set means they're the terms that are in the universe, but they are not in the set that's given. So be careful on that. All right, let's move on to number 5. So on number 5, we get to logic statements. And let's kind of review the fact that if I have a caret symbol facing upward like this, it means and. If I have a V looking symbol facing this way, this is or. So let's read the statement. It says, convert the symbolic compound statement into words. It says P represents it's raining in Chicago, and Q represents the statement it's windy in Boston. So they want you to put P or Q, they want you to write that as a statement. So what we're going to say is, it's windy. Oh, I messed that up so bad. I'm sorry, guys. It's raining. Let me start again. It's raining in Chicago, or it's windy in Boston. So you just, again, put those two statements together. Again, this was an error. P is our first statement, so we say it's raining in Chicago or it's windy in Boston is the answer for number 5. Use the word or. Okay, number 6, try that one out on your own. Number 7, look up truth tables. I'm going to move on to number 8. So for number 8, we're looking at order of operations. So for number 8, they gave us negative 10 times 3 plus 36, all being divided by 36 minus 34 squared. Okay, so for order of operations, we write down the acronym, PEMDAS. So it stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division from left to right. And then we have addition and subtraction from left to right, whichever one comes first. So as you can see, let's go to the parentheses. So I'm going to write the numerator the same, negative 10 times 3 plus 36. And then I have 2 squared. Okay? So now on the bottom becomes a 4. And then here, from left to right, we have multiplication before addition. So here's negative 30 plus 36. Okay, last step. So this becomes 6 over 4, which reduces to 3/2. Yep, so number 8 is 3/2. Just be careful with that. Start with parentheses, then go to exponents. So we got the 4 from. And then from left to right, we do the multiplication. Watch your signs, and then the addition last. Okay, next one, number 9. Number 9 is another order of operation. No, it's not. It's just simplifying an expression. So we have 5, and then we have a bracket around it, which is like another set of parentheses. Okay, so let's do the distributive property. Okay. Do the distributive property here. 9x plus 9 plus 9. So now let's just combine like terms. So we got 27, negative 27 plus 18. Let's see. So that gives me negative 9. So now, and then I'm going to add these two together too. So I have 14x minus 9. That is the answer for number 9. Okay. Try to see what happened. The key says 14x minus 27. So let's see if I wrote this down right. This is negative 20, negative 27. Oh, I see right here. I should have had a minus 9. I mean a minus 1 back here, so this becomes a minus 9. So these two actually cancel out and become 0. And this negative 27 is all that left. Okay, I have to fix that. Just be careful with your signs. I made a mistake. Okay, now let's talk about evaluating an expression. Number 11. Okay, number 11. They told us that x is equal to negative 1. So negative 4. I'm substituting in negative 1 into the parentheses here, and then cube it. Remember, a negative 1 raised to an odd power, it stays negative. So the answer to this was positive 4 for number 11. Sorry about that. The answer is positive 4. Okay, so now let's look at number 12. Okay, so for number 12, we do keep, change, flip. So we have 1/3 being divided by negative 1/9, keep, change, flip. Okay, and then we're just going to multiply across. Remember, this is negative. So this becomes negative 9 over 3, which becomes negative 3, the answer for that one. It's easy. All right, we'll just leave a couple. So, 13 I'm going to leave for you guys. 14, let's talk about 15. For number 15, we have 4/5 plus 4y plus 5y minus 3 over 20. Okay, so I always say letters to the left, numbers to the right. So I'm going to subtract 5y. So negative y is equal to, and then we're going to subtract 4/5. Okay, times 4, times 4, 16. Okay, so again, I changed this to equivalent fractions. This becomes negative 16 over 20, and then again, add those two together. And now the last thing is, of course, to divide by negative 1, which changes this to positive 19 over 20. Okay, that was number 15. All right, so number 6 is straightforward. It's the distributive property. I'm just going to put it on the screen. Do the distributive property, multiply the 5 through, and then do the 4, and then set them equal to each other, the x and the y.